Network. I am an on-air talent, Arthie Moore here, coming to you live from South Africa. Excited to be with you once again. I cannot tell you how brilliant it is. I have my amazing producer and gorgeous friend, Donna Kunda, on the other side, guiding and supporting me. And I just want to say a quick shout out you to you personally. You are so amazing and so awesome. I just think it is really brilliant to have you as our backup and support. So whatever you are doing this morning, I just want to say thank you for being you. If you are listening to me live on air right now, I'm Arthie Moore and I'm talking to you on episode 10. We are in season 4, talking about the voice of a visionary in leading innovation. Now, my season is based on the visionary entrepreneur. Now, I'm huge on vision. I believe that in order for us to impact and change this world, in order for us to guide and support others, we need to have a vision that surpasses the normal everyday person who is happy to be complacent, the person who is happy to go through their life as they are wherever they are at, and they're comfortable. There's nothing wrong with being comfortable. My challenge though is that when we're too comfortable, we miss out on opportunities. We miss out on engaging with people differently. We miss out on creating epic moments and having the most delicious memories. And that's what complacency does to us. If we just keep waiting for that special moment, we miss our moments right now, right here in front of us. And that is what I'm talking about being innovative. That is what I'm talking about being a visionary. You see, a visionary is somebody who doesn't just sit over there and think about things, they put stuff into action. Now, I'm sure we get visionaries who like to just sit and think about things and contemplate. Then maybe those people are more philosophers. But the people that I've interacted with in terms of visionaries are people who want to change the status quo. They want to challenge injustice in the world. They want to be the change they want to see in the world. They want to be the change. They want to be the change. There's the difference. You see, visionary entrepreneurs are not people who just come up with an idea and then leave it hanging. They find the most incredible people. They surround themselves with core teams of innovators, with creatives, with artistic people, with strong, vibrant, amazing, incredibly and energetic people. And then they look for ways of how they can bring this together, how they can bring their vision to fruition. So if you looked at some of the key issues that a lot of owners have got challenges with when it talks about leading innovation. Some of the things they're always asking about is how does self belief play a role in being innovative? I think that's a massive one. Self belief is huge because if you do not believe that you deserve, unfortunately, that is exactly what you will get nothing. So if you looked at it from a different point of view as an owner, they ask, does just being creative help? Or is there a different formula I need to follow? I think yes and no. I believe that being creative does help, but it is not the be all and end all. Once you begin the creative process, you do need a formula you need to follow in terms of making sure that you complete what you begin. No matter how many times it changes, there has to be completion. Another question that's worthwhile thinking into, a lot of owners will ask, how do I become an innovator when it is not my strongest point? And that is so true. And that's being human. And you know what? My heart goes out to people who ask questions like that because you are being real. You are being vulnerable. You are being thoughtful in saying, I have got no clue, help me. And that is where, when you think about it, innovation begins with knowing and understanding your strengths and your abilities and where you need improvement, and then surrounding yourself with the people who can help you. You see, the voice of a visionary in leading innovation does not mean that you have to do everything and be everything to everybody. Having a vision means that you find the right people to support you on that journey. Now, if you had to look at this as a journey, when you when you think about going on a road trip, let's use that as an example. You would want a GPS because you'd need something to help and support you in terms of a guidance tool. You would need your backup, your family, your friends, because obviously you need laughter and you need somebody to share these crazy moments with. Very few people road trip by themselves. And yes, it's stunning to road trip by yourself, but then there's a different type of freedom in that. But when you've got friends and family, suddenly takes on a different dimension. And then you've got to have music because, man, you got to have entertainment on the way. And then there's got to be pit stops. And yes, there might be times when you've got to actually do a few repairs every now and again. There may be detours, but you stick on the road. And that is the journey of a visionary who is leading innovation. You see, as you innovate and you have an idea, it'll continuously change. You will need the support structures of the people around you. You need to have fun while you delve into the whole idea that you're creating, and it's going to change from the original idea to something more fantastic, more fabulous, or it gets scrapped because it's not good enough. And here's the thing. You've got to be strong enough to handle the moments when somebody says to you, great idea, however. You see, when the however comes through, you need to work out whether it's in your best interest to listen to that advice. And if it is meaningful, then do something about it. Make a decision. But if it does not resonate with you, be strong enough to follow your gut feel. Be strong enough to listen to your own intuition and understand that it is your right to challenge the way other people think by challenging the way you believe in yourself. So, yes, self belief plays a massive role in being innovative. You see, to be creative means that for many times you're going to step out of the box and you're going to challenge what other people love to have as people who are comfortable with what they've got. But you see, being a visionary and having a voice that leads innovation means that you've got to stimulate thinking. You got to push people. You got to push boundaries. You got to get to the point where you realize that you are worth it and that they are worth it. And what I found is so brilliant about people who are visionaries and innovative in the same breath, those are the people that change this world. You see, when I was looking at what an innovator is, the whole description is so beautiful and yet so simple. It says an innovator is a person who brings new technology, process, or knowledge into life. He or she, listen carefully, he or she dedicates their effort into making new things which they think may be of great use to society. An entrepreneur is a person who creates things of value and thus is responsible for creating wealth for himself or herself as well as others. I mean, if you think about it from that point of view, what's stopping you from being an innovator? Are you so locked into this whole 4IR and technology is the only way to innovate? Or have you thought out of the box and thought, well, what am I doing right now? How do I want to change this world? What do I want to impact this world with? How do I want to be the change in this world? Innovate. Innovate in terms of your ideas. Use technology as the platform. Use process and knowledge as the guidance tools. And if you had to look at a great example, Elon Musk. I know that he's famous right now for what, becoming one of the richest billionaires in the world. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about him as a visionary innovator. I'm talking about how he continues to innovate based on what he feels will make the world a better place. Now, isn't that talking into emotion? When a person is so moved by the injustices in this world, when he's so moved by the fact that there's unemployment, there's poverty, that our economy is dependent only on some people, not all people, he's trying to challenge the status quo. No, let me scrap that. He's not trying. He is. He is challenging the status quo because instead of just talking about it, he is seeking to impact a greener lifestyle by creating Tesla. He is challenging mindsets continuously, but more than that, he demands excellence and surrounds himself with the best minds. He does not have to know how to build a space shuttle, but he does need to have a vision of what he wants to achieve. And that is exactly what he does. He has an amazing and an incredible vision of what he wants to achieve. And then he finds the solutions that fit the bill. Now that is innovation. We cannot just sit in our rooms, in our living rooms, and at our barbecues or our braais, and we talk about how we want to change this world. We wish this would happen. We wish people would listen to each other. We wish there were more women in power. Okay, well then be that innovator. Step up for other people. Step into that role where you look at how can we do this differently? How can we encourage women to step up and to be the change they want to see in the world? How can we encourage women to step into the roles they deserve? How do you encourage men to step up to the roles that they deserve too? How do you encourage both people to know that they're worth it and that every idea that they bring to the table is worth listening to and exploring? And see, when you listen to men and women who deserve and understand and believe in themselves, you start to touch on a creativity that is so much more different to people who are complacent. And I think that is something that is worthwhile talking into in the next segment. But for now, we're going to take another 2 to 3 minute short break. But when we return, we're going to be talking about what we need to implement. But remember what I said. Please join us and become a member of our Insiders Network by going to our website and clicking on the Join Us link, and connect and interact with us on social media: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, as well as ibgr.network. I'm looking forward to our next segment, and I will catch you now.